Hello and welcome to Mountain West IRA. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been on and we wanted to start big. Joining us today is Tardis. You guys are absolutely going to love this. I watched a video on it the other day about the income snowball, and it is really, really impressive. So I'm going to introduce to you our guests today. We have with us from Tardis. Oh my gosh, a sneeze right in the middle of everything. That never happens. Oh my gosh. So if you guys could go ahead and, while I sneeze again, if you could tell us a little bit about your history, introduce yourselves, and how did Tardis come about? Oh my gosh.
I was just doing the same thing earlier.
I know.
Like, right as it turned on, I'm like,
So I'm Tanisha Souza. I'm the CEO and president, and this is Chris.
I'm Chris, the beautiful husband with the looks, and she's the brains.
That's right. But yeah, so we started Tardis almost 20 years ago, actually, and it was a mortgage acceleration company at the time. We were a franchise, so we started out teaching people how to pay off their mortgages in an accelerated manner. And this is something I think that's pretty well known, what we used to do. And so over the years, we kind of evolved. Chris and I didn't have a mortgage. We owned buildings, investment properties before we owned our own home. We were renting from my father-in-law, Chris's dad at the time. So our whole thing was really investing. And so we wanted to teach people how to do what we were doing. And it was a little advanced types of investing. And so we eventually bought out the franchise, started our own version, which was all about teaching people wealth strategies, advanced wealth strategies. And so the income snowball was born years later, and I got a patent on my calculator for the income snowball in 2014. So that's kind of
it took 5 years to get the patent.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
It's hard. And I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer by trade, but I've been practicing a long time. I actually had to hire lawyers, a team of lawyers, to help us get that done. Not easy to do, but we did get it because it is unique enough and original enough that there wasn't anything else like it. So
that is really amazing that you actually were able to get a patent on it, that it was so unique that you
Yeah.
That's really incredibly. It sounds hard to do. I'm not a lawyer. My brother's a lawyer. But oh my God, I can't even imagine. So what makes Tardis different and unique?
Well, it's several things, but I think the simplest way to try to explain it, I know you watched the 1.5-hour video, so you know a lot more than what I can explain. Yeah, than what I can explain here. But basically, what I call it is a system of momentum income stacking. So initially, when people hear about it, they think, oh, it's equity repositioning or it's infinite banking, and it's none of those things. So it is a system, right? And so it requires the use of specific types of investments up front. So I would say short-term amortized investment income is what powers it from the beginning. And then you can start layering on different types of income and investments later. And so my calculator basically shows the average person who just has a little bit of cash flow. They don't need any savings or anything like that to make it work, just a little bit of cash flow, how to become financially free, how to have enough passive income that they can draw on and live on in an average of about 7 to maybe 12 years at the long end. So that's what makes it unique. I mean, it's not easy to do that. If you were just to go out and buy real estate or to do those typical investments, those are great, but it really takes a lot of cash, a lot of capital, a whole lot of leverage. I think the risk is a lot, and if you don't have that savings and you don't have you just don't have a lot of resources. It's difficult to do, and it takes a really long time. So,
Right.
Our system is, we always say we're for the little guy, in the sense of somebody with not a lot can create a lot with our system in a short period of time because of the momentum stacking process. And it's been wild to see the little guys become something with us over the years. It's so exciting. It's more than, the business and making money and all that stuff that comes with it, but it's seeing people smile and go, I have enough money that I don't have to work anymore. You're like, now what do you do? They're like, I don't know, It's pretty cool.
That's like that first step in the whole wealth building process is replace your income. And people look at that and they go, yeah, right. So they never look any further because they can't even imagine replacing their income. So that's really kind of incredible. So people can do this obviously personally, but how can an IRA investor use your system, and can they invest personally and with their IRA? How would they invest with their IRA?
Yeah, it's so that is something we've been doing for the last couple of years, and that's super exciting because you're actually able to do this momentum income stacking if you have an existing IRA. So it really just depends on what kinds of investments you already have in your self-directed IRA, right? It has to be self-directed, right? You have to have a self-directed IRA. We use usually you would want to have a property owned in that IRA to make it work. So that would be one of the things that you'd normally need. Not always, but in most cases. So and then we basically run a projection through my calculator to tell you exactly what to do and how long it will take. So on average, if you say you're in your 40s, right? You're in your 40s and you invest in your self-directed IRA. And then by the time you're, say, 59 and a half, you want to be able to start drawing on that money, but you may have built up one or two rental incomes from that. Well, what we can do instead with the income snowball inside of the IRA is we're talking about 3, 4, 5 times the amount of income that you would normally be able to generate just investing on your own through your IRA. And so we're seeing people that just after about a year, not even a year really, some of them are pretty new, maybe 6 months to 8 months doing this, they're already seeing that momentum build up and that income. So if they need the money sooner, they can do a 72T, take some of that money out. And there's lots of things that they have opportunities to do, but they can grow their self-directed IRA so much faster with this system.
Yeah. And if it's a Roth, tax-free.
Oh yeah.
We talk about Roths all the time. Roths are amazing. The ability to grow tax deferred and take distributions tax-free once it's qualified is amazing. So all of that income that you generate over time, you can end up taking tax-free distributions, never have to pay tax on it again. Personally, I love the Roth, and I wish I had opened mine years and years ago, but it's so much fun to watch that one build.
That's right. And you can also always do conversions, because we do have some clients that are doing conversions as well. But, imagine being able to build up that amount of income quickly, say 7 years, 5 years, instead of 10, 20, 30. Now, when it comes time to take that out, it's all tax-free. I mean, it's like, love it.
Oh, right. And wow. That's just incredible, especially for people who might need to do some catching up. These days, people don't just go work for one company and work until they get that gold watch and then use their pension to retire. A lot of times people have several jobs over the year, and oftentimes they start over, especially with COVID now. Some people might be starting over that probably didn't think they were going to have to do that. So the ability to catch up quickly is probably also a really good way to go. So can you tell us about some of your client success stories, people who've already done this?
Sure. We have many clients, or thousands of clients over the years. Ones that come to mind is a lady that actually worked for us now, funny enough. Her name's Kathy.
Oh, yeah.
And she came to us with just $600 extra per month cash flow after paying her bills. Okay, this is a lady that put away in her retirement account for how many years? 30?
30 years. We started when she was 38 years old.
And how much? 300 a month?
She put $300 a month in her IRA for 30 years.
Yeah. And so long story short, when it came time to retire, she did not have enough at all, not even close.
130,000.
Because it's tied to the market, which goes up and down, out of your control, things of that sort. So we started working with her, $600 cash flow. I think today she has mortgages paid off completely. And I think she's making $13,000 a month.
$13,000 a month.
Passive income.
Yeah.
After everything's paid off.
And that's after everything's paid off. So that's not, that much to work with to pay your bills. That's that much extra because everything's paid off.
Yeah.
Right.
So she loved it. Yeah, started working for us, and she's been with us for years.
Yeah,
so
she's
pretty exciting.
I mean, she's semi-retired. She's kind of really part-time.
Yeah, we're trying to get her to work more. She's like, I don't need to.
Can you work a little bit more? Nah.
Yeah.
But she likes what she does. So.
Kind of common for people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great when you love what you do. So has COVID affected your business in any way?
I would say yes, in a positive way. Yeah, the demand for what we do has gone way up. So we've actually had to hire a lot more people. And, I think what's interesting, speaking of COVID, so people are, I think we have a lot of clients, and over the years, we really relied on word of mouth. Right. So we haven't done any advertising until, recently. And so people have been telling their family and friends about us for a long time. What we noticed recently is that people have been telling their family and friends more because they're doing so well. So we've had clients who were hit by COVID. So we've had one client who has two clients actually that have vacation rental businesses.
Oh, yeah.
And both of them are in Hawaii, and Hawaii's been shut down for 7 months. So either their income's been cut in half or basically zero from that. And yet, even though that's happened, they have tens of thousands of dollars a month coming in from their income snowballs. So they're okay. They're still continuing, and they're still growing their wealth in the midst of all this, even though their income's gone down. We have another client who has a restaurant. And so I guess, here's some more success stories. You didn't ask for this, but I was thinking about this because you mentioned COVID. She owns a restaurant in our building. And actually she wrote a 5-star Google review about us recently. And she said that, because of COVID, her restaurant was shut down for 6 months. While she was waiting for it to reopen, she was able to just continue what she was doing with Tardis, and she didn't have to tap into her retirement accounts. She had income to live on throughout all of this. And she said it was the best decision she's ever made. She was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And
this is a prior CPA.
Yeah, that's right.
Got tired of doing that, wanted to start a restaurant, and then right after, So she's delighted. Can't believe it. There's so many stories.
So our clients are telling other friends and family. They're like, look, if you're worried about, what's happening with the economy, if you're worried about this, worried about that, this is the time to do something right now. Because, if you think you might lose your income in the future, when you want to have additional income, now, not just 20 years from now, 30 years from now, everybody needs it right now. And that's part of the reason why our business just really took off during this. I mean, we've been doing well all these years, but it's kind of like we've been so busy, it's hard to keep up. So
yeah. We've seen definitely an uptick in business, and because people are scared of what's happening out there, and their money's in the market out of their control again, and they're going, what do I do? And the traditional way of thinking is save, and I'll be okay. And somebody can talk to do that, which is great. That's fine, but it works a little slower than our system. So they're out there looking for alternatives. We're safe, what we do, and it's incredible what people have accomplished. Yeah.
And it's really the system. We don't manage people's money. We're not investment advisors, so we don't do that. But our software coupled with our coaches will show them what to do and walk them through it. So they're not having to do it by themselves. They're not having to figure it out. When things change, investments change, whatever happens, there's always a plan, and we can just plug it into our calculator and shows you what your new plan is. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So how can people get in touch with you if they want to know more? Oh, and if you're watching, I will go ahead and post some contact information in the comments for future use. But go ahead and tell us how people can get in touch with you.
Two ways. One, you can go to our website, and it's tardis.com or Tardis, what is it? Tardis.com?
/coaching.
Gotcha. Coaching. And then the other one is call us. It's 808-440-0688, right up on the screen there. And we'll get a coach to help you. And it's just a simple process. We walk you through some questions, and then we take a little bit of information from you, and then we put a plan together for you. It's simple. And then we present it to you. And most people just like, I can't believe this. I'm like, yep. And we never touch your money. We have you doing it. You get educated. You get, smart around money. So it's pretty exciting.
Fantastic. And it's the best of both worlds. It's something you can do to make an income, and it's something you can do to self-direct in your IRA. So you have the best of both worlds. You're building up your retirement, possibly tax-free, definitely tax-deferred, and you have an income coming in. So that sounds like something people are going to want to know more about. So
yeah,
I think you could have some takers there at some point. But I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on with us. Let me go ahead and take a look, because we do have quite a few people on today. Okay. Is there anybody out there who would like to ask a question? Now's a good time, or you can go ahead and contact us later, or go ahead and contact them directly. So let's see. I don't see any right now. Yes. Thank you for coming on. They're definitely going out to your website right now. So we stay until the end.
That's great. That's great.
Yes. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, we're really happy to give all of the people that are watching a chance to watch the video, the income snowball video. So we'll offer that to them free of charge. And all they have to do is call our office or go online and schedule with a coach, and they'll see if you're able to do this inside of your IRA, see if you can do this outside, and also give you that video to watch so you can understand it better. Yeah.
Fantastic. So go ahead and go to tardis.com/coaching.
That's right.
And then you can get all the information. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have to have you back on again, because I'm sure that quite a few of our clients who are messaging me but no comments yet are going to want to go ahead and get in touch with you. But thank you so much. Hey, enjoy Hawaii. You're getting a little more sunshine than we are today, but it stopped snowing, so that's good.
Hopefully you can come out and visit soon.
There you go. Thank you so much. And again, go ahead and go to tardis.com/coaching, or go ahead and give us a call at Mountain West IRA. You know our contact information, and I will talk to you later. Thank you so much.